Caption close Washington. The first Texas congressional elections in the Donald Trump era could be among the state's most tumultuous, with a bevy of seats coming open in 2018 while U.S. Rep. Beto O'Rourke challenges incumbent Sen. Ted Cruz in a new test of Democratic strength in the Lone Star State. But before O'Rourke can take on Cruz in November, he'll first have to get past a last-minute Democratic primary challenge from Houston area resident Edward Kimbrough, who filed late Monday. Another marquee contest will center on Houston, where nine-term Republican John Culberson, representing one of only 3 Texas congressional districts won by Hillary Clinton last year, will face off next November against the top vote-getter in an energized group of Democratic primary contenders, 2 of them, nonprofit executive Alex Triantafyllis and attorney Lizzie Fletcher. Each has outpaced recent fundraising efforts by Culberson, who has become a top target in Democratic hopes of winning back the House. As state election filings closed on Monday, no less than 5 Democrats are vying for Culberson's seat, including Houston physical icon Jason Weston, anti-Trump activist Laura Moser, and Assistant City Attorney James Cargas, now making his 4th bid in the 7th Congressional District. Cargas garnered 44% of the vote in 2016, the best showing by any Democrat in the affluent West Harris County District since 1964. A recent survey by the Democratic-leaning public policy polling firm found Culberson with an approval rating of 31%, lower than President Donald Trump's 37% in the district. Moreover, 55% of voters said they disapprove of the way Culberson is doing his job, while 54% disapprove of the current GOP tax proposal, which will likely be the centerpiece of his campaign. Those percentages, along with Culberson losing a hypothetical matchup against a Democratic opponent 39% to 49%, indicate that Culberson could be vulnerable in 2018. Democrats also are targeting a perennial battleground district along the border in West Texas, where 2-term Republican Will Hurd of San Antonio will face one of at least 4 Democratic primary challengers, the most talked about being former federal prosecutor Jay Hewlings. 2 other Democrats, both from San Antonio, filed to challenge Hurd, former Air Force intelligence officer Gina Ortiz Jones, and Rick Trevino, who taught high school history until recently. A strong Democratic challenge in either the Senate race or Texas' 2 most competitive congressional districts could put the state back in the national spotlight for the first time since an 11-hour filibuster propelled Democratic state Sen. Wendy Davis into the 2014 governor's race against Republican Greg Abbott, who prevailed in a landslide. At least one other incumbent will be in the spotlight in the March 6 primary, Corpus Christi Republican Blake Farenthold, who recently acknowledged that he benefited from a special federal fund to cover a confidential $84,000 settlement stemming from a 2014 sexual harassment suit. Farenthold, elected in 2010 in a Tea Party wave, has continued to deny any wrongdoing and vowed to repay the government.